Welcome to Middlesex County's Pathways to Employment Success. Please welcome your host and MC for this morning, Kathy Burghardt-Jessen, Middlesex County Warden.
Well, good morning, everyone, and what a great morning it is. I certainly would like to welcome you to Middlesex County's Pathway to Employment Success. It's a project of the Middlesex Workforce Development Partnership created in support of local workforce attraction. Thanks to funding from the County of Middlesex and the Province of Ontario, as well as assistance from partnering organizations, individuals who work in a variety of businesses. It's a project across Middlesex. We're engaged in candid filmed interviews detailing their positions and workplaces. The participants selected for this project vary in age, gender, educational background, and occupation, but they are united by their decision to choose employment in Middlesex County. The businesses who were featured in this project are Greenway Repairs, Sligers Organic Greens, Angels Daycare, Jetstream Detailing, Armour Tool, and Jailbird Designs. We are excited to learn more about the range of employment opportunities right here in Middlesex through these videos today. Thank you to these local businesses for taking part in this project, and thank you all for being part of this exciting launch this morning. Now, I'm pleased to welcome right now the Minister of Labour, Training and Skill Development, who also happens to be our Member of Provincial Parliament for Lambton, Kent, Middlesex, Monty McNaughton. Monty, it's wonderful to have you join us here this morning for the launch of this project, which really is a true partnership.
Well, thanks so much, Kathy. It's great to be here this morning with all of you. I see so many familiar faces on the call today. So good morning, everyone. There really couldn't be a better time for this video series to launch. This is obviously the usual time of year when young people are starting summer jobs. And I believe especially this year that there is strong demand for their energy and enthusiasm in all of our Middlesex communities. As many of you know, I'm on a mission and our government's on a mission to help young people find exciting and meaningful careers in the skilled trades and embark on the well-paying and fulfilling careers that follow. I look forward to seeing these videos that you're about to share as they highlight some of the great trades careers that are right here in Middlesex County. I also want to thank my colleague, the MPP for Oxford and the Minister of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs, Ernie Hardeman, for funding this project partially with the County of Middlesex, and of course to my other MPP colleague in Middlesex, in Minister Jeff Urick. I want to thank him as well. So enjoy this session, and it's great to see everyone here today. Thanks for all your work. Back over to you, Kathy.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Monty. And certainly we all are aware of how busy your days are of late. So we do appreciate you joining us this morning. So with no further ado, the reason that we're all here this morning, please enjoy the following video series that together make up Middlesex County's Pathway to Employment Success. The first video that we're going to be seeing is from Angels Daycare.
My name is Mustafa Hakel and I'm the owner of Angels Daycares. We provide childcare services for infants, toddlers, and preschoolers, so children under 6. I am from Egypt. We were here in London in 2016. We didn't have a spot for our son. We had to wait for 6 months. So we decided to invest in daycares here in the area. We invested in Arva, Komoka, and now Thorndale. We're planning to open one in Sarnia next year. At full capacity, we'll be able to hire over 30 people for those 3 locations. We hire directors, assistant directors, and early child educators, and cook. We look for if she or he is a team player. We want to include everyone in making decisions. I want to make sure that they share the same values that we do. They're willing to learn and to enjoy working with the kids.
My name is Felicia Foreman and I am a director here at Angels Daycares. I've been in childcare since I was 12. I came from a big family. I was the oldest. Started out with a lot of babysitting. When I got into high school, I did a co-op in an elementary school and it just continued on from there. I did 4 years at Western. Right after high school, I jumped right into university. I wanted to become a teacher. That's what I wanted to do. I knew it. 4 years university, a year of teacher's college, done. And while I was in university, I did before and after. Before and after is in the school system. So when parents need care before school starts or after school's done, you're there from like 7:30 till 9 and then from 3 till 6. While I was doing before and after, it was with the younger age group and I really enjoyed play-based learning. And so my career from university kind of shifted. In the school system, they're not necessarily doing that play-based learning as much right now. And I really enjoyed working with that younger age group. Usually in the mornings, I like to greet the families and the children. It's really important to me that I have those relationships with the families and the kids. It's a lot of mentoring throughout the day, a lot of answering calls and emails, parents inquiring about spaces. I was on the floor as an educator for years, and that was my passion. I loved it. I love working with children. I love being part of their process. I come in sometimes and I'll just do a story with them. If the educators need extra support, I'm there to help them as well. As much as I love seeing the kids being part of their process, I also now into this role really enjoy being part of the educator's process too.
The main thing for us is passion. I want to make sure that they love working with kids. There's a lot of challenges working with kids. You have to be patient, you have to be willing to learn and listen to your mentors or like ECEs or directors.
I've worked at about 8 different childcare places. Every place I've worked in, I've just taken things from it. I've taken the good, I've taken the bad, and been reflective and put that into the next location that I went to. Right from high school, you can go right to college and get your ECE. I took the university route to get to teacher's college. To be an RECE, you do need a diploma from college. It's a 2-year program. If you have experience, sometimes they do a fast track or you can do a co-op. So there's a lot of different avenues you can take to become an RECE in a classroom. An RECE is a registered early childhood educator. So because I went through and got my schooling done and I'm registered with the College of Early Childhood Educators, I now hold the title of being a registered early childhood educator. I think there's only one way to gain experience is to kind of be hands-on and see it firsthand. So definitely in the future, co-op is a great opportunity that they offer in the high school system. And we also accept co-op students as well. We really enjoy seeing students grow with us. Most people in my life now don't believe that I was extremely shy in high school. Through working with children, it's helped me not be like that anymore. I pictured myself teaching in a classroom in the school system. I really did. I was very sure about that. I always knew that I wanted to work with children in some aspect. It wasn't until actually going through the school system myself and getting that hands-on experience through co-op and things like that until I realized that, you know, daycare and childcare system is really where I wanted to be. As much as there's things that I look back on and think, should I have gone to college right away or anything like that, I really believe that the steps you take lead you to where you are. So sometimes you take steps in the wrong direction. That's okay. I don't think I would do anything different. I'm sitting here now as a director of a childcare center with a growing organization. I really enjoy the staff I work with. I have a great husband and a busy 2-year-old. So I can't say that I would do one thing different.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, Angels Daycare. It's great to see the investment that you've made across Middlesex County and for giving us a little bit of insight into careers available through working through a licensed daycare facility. Now I'm pleased to introduce the next video, which is Armour Tool Limited.
I'm Ben Whitney. I'm the president of Armour Tool. We design and build solutions for manufacturers. So our customers come to us with a product that they want to manufacture, and we design and build the machinery to do that. Our equipment has made parts that go on all kinds of cars, from Hondas to Chryslers to Fords. And then we've also done work on things that aren't car parts, like transport truck parts, or even some different consumer product things. And then we've done some medical assembly lines, like for inhalers. I've been working at Armour Tool for 20 years. I have an engineering degree, and then I came to work here and worked my way up through design and project management, and I did some programming work on industrial computers.
My name is Jojo Zacharias. I'm a mechanical designer at Armour Tool. So I draw machines in a 3D software, and I would model up the machine, create drawings for individual parts, and I would give it to the manufacturing team, and they would make up all those parts, and the assembly team would assemble the machine. The chance to draw something and to see it come to life, that excites me. I'm from India. I did my engineering degree in India, and I came over to Canada in 2016. I did a one-year practical program here at Fanshawe College. This program enabled me to acquire more knowledge on how to actually make something, and how to machine stuff, and how to fit them together. My sister actually lives here. Also had a friend living here, so it was easier for me to come here. And Fanshawe had a program that I was really into and I liked. They also had a lot of industries around, which I could look for a job afterwards. I've always liked drawing machines. Even as a child, I liked to look at illustrations of machines in scientific journals. I was also very curious about how things worked. So that kind of got me into science and engineering. I love to tear my toys and open up everything to see how it worked. And I would repurpose parts from different toys to make up something new. Slowly I began wrecking stuff at home. My mom was always angry at me for making a mess. My bedroom looked like a collection of junk, like everywhere.
We have 150 different team members at the moment, and they do a variety of different kinds of technical roles, from mechanical design, electrical design, tool and die makers, millwrights, CNC machinists, IT people, accounting. There's a lot of different roles. Sometimes we're hiring people at the very beginning of their career. We'll hire on the odd high school co-op student or high school summer student, people who are usually in the machine shop end of the school. Most of our people are either hired because they're going to go to college and become a skilled trade, or they've already been through a college program. A smaller slice of the people have university degrees, but that's probably less than 10%.
I think it's really difficult to know what you want to do exactly when you're a teenager, but you would have some ideas. It was very clear to my parents that I wanted to go to engineering. I didn't know any other programs or courses that would enable me to design or build machines. I'm kind of happy where I ended up, even though my path kind of went in a different way than I thought it would be, but that's because I didn't have a clear picture. But I've always wanted to be a designer where I could draw a machine and see it come to life. I just didn't know what kind of machine I wanted to draw. As I got my first job, I kind of realized there's many different fields of design and different ways of doing it. And as I progressed through my career, I kind of figured out what I wanted to do or what I was good at.
We like people who like working with their hands. If you think that you want to end up designing things, it's great to know something about the shop floor. So I'd really encourage smart kids who are interested in manufacturing or interested in solving real-world problems to think about getting a little bit of education in the shop wing of the high school and look at, learning a little bit more about welding and machining and robots and CNC equipment. We're really looking for commitment in our team, and we have a partnership philosophy both with our customers and amongst the people who work here. We're really committed to each other's success, and we know that if we make our customers successful, they'll bring business back to us. If we make our coworkers successful, then that helps all of us.
I'm fairly new to Armour tool and this field, generally speaking, and that kind of gives a fresh perspective. I could ask them how things work, and if I don't like the answer, I could tell them, like, why can't you do it this way or differently? I'm kind of love to ask those questions because I'm new. It brings a new eye to their design.
Well, thank you so much for that, Armour tool. You know, I think what's great about this series is we learn a little bit more about the industries that are right here in Middlesex County. And it's great to hear the background of jobs that are available and what might be of interest to kids out there. So thanks for sharing that. Next, we're going to be premiering the video from Jetstream Detailing.
My name is Jesse Miller, and I'm an owner of Jetstream Detailing. We mainly do automotive and aviation detailing inside and outside of vehicles, as well as paint protection film installations, window tint, and ceramic coatings. Early on when I was really young, I knew that I wanted to be a pilot, and I think that kind of stemmed from the freedom and control that flying gives you. I didn't know I wanted to be an entrepreneur at that time, however those characteristics were there. Then as I got older, I realized I kind of wanted to start a business, I think again because of the freedom and control that running your own business gives you. Coming up through school, I really wanted to be a pilot, so I pursued that career path. Ideally, I wanted to go into the military, and then there was some significant setbacks with that. So then I realized very quickly that I didn't really want to work for someone and wanted to work for myself. And obviously I had a lot of interest in aviation and automotive. Detailing was just kind of one of those things that didn't require any additional schooling, and you could do yourself and open and operate your own business. I enjoy the aspect of the business and working on planes and detailing them. I've kind of lost interest in pursuing a career in aviation. However, I still do fly a lot as a hobby. We have 2 detail technicians that work in the shop and 1 bookkeeper. Mainly we're looking for honest employees that work well as a team, and honesty and loyalty to the business and our customers is the biggest thing. I really hire someone based on their character and kind of what they can bring to Jetstream. During high school, my main interests were math and sciences, and that's what I focused on for a better understanding of aviation. I was definitely the quiet kid in high school. Took the automotive class through high school, and then I actually switched from Dorchester to John Paul in London to take their aviation program, which is kind of like an automotive shop class, except instead of cars, we're dealing with planes, so we got to take the wings off planes and see how they're built. The biggest thing I wish I knew at that time was that you can't really know all the answers to everything. You know, you learn more when you don't know the answer to something. The hardest part about starting the business was financing the business, because I virtually come out of high school, and at that time when you don't have any clientele or customers, it takes a long time to be able to rent a shop and buy equipment. I worked another job, and all the money that I made from there came into starting the business. I believe there was a lot of opportunities when I was growing the business. Once you start building that trustworthy business, a lot of other people want to help you, so they present a lot of opportunities and assistance to help you grow. Once we've really got recognized, it's really grown a lot. There was a lot of adversity, I guess, when trying to start my business, even from friends and family and other business owners that didn't really believe in what I wanted to do, that were kind of discouraging and not very helpful, and said, you can't do that if you don't have any money or that sort of thing. When at the end of the day, if you're willing to put in the hard work and find a way to make it work, it can become successful. I think what made that worth it was really making a difference for my customers, truly adding protection to their vehicle, which they really cared about, or taking an old vehicle and restoring it and making them fall in love with it again. I view failure as the best learning tool, especially in a small business. Every time you fail, you learn something new, and you should embrace it. When all those adversities get thrown at you, how you deal with them and build on that is really what makes you, a good business owner.
Thank you, Jesse, from Jetstream Detailing, for sharing your story. I love his story, and I really hope that anybody watching this walks away with the lessons that he has shared, that he's learned in his journey and his pathway in creating his successful business. So congratulations, Jesse. That was a great story. Thank you for sharing. Happy now to introduce Sligers Living Organic Greens.
I'm Pauline Sligers. I'm co-owner of Sligers Living Organic Greens with my husband Joe. Sligers Greens grows different types of lettuces, greens, herbs, and microgreens. Everything we grow is organically certified, and it's all living when we sell it. So the products that we grow go to food service and to retail. We have 10 employees currently. So our employees are involved in all aspects of growing our greens, from seeding through irrigation, fertilizing, right up to harvesting and packaging the product. They're also involved in many other aspects. We have a health and safety representative. We have an employee that helps me in the office doing accounting and paperwork. All the employees do pretty much everything. We do have certain people that specialize in certain areas to a certain degree, but everyone can do pretty much every single task.
My name is Sasha Dickinson. I'm a horticulturist assistant at Sligers Greenhouses. I do shipping in the morning with everybody else for the orders, and then we usually go into the greenhouses in between 9 and 11 o'clock, and we move around, switch around them from table to table if we have to, ship them to the cooler if they're big enough. Within my job, I've also done like a bit of the seeding side of things. So I got to watch seeding quite a bit, or help out with the seeding process. I went to school to be a vet tech. I did not enjoy my college experience at all. I think I was in my first week. I called my mom, I was like, I want to quit. And she's like, you have to do 2 weeks just to like try it out. I did the program for about a semester. My cousin actually told me about the job. And so I actually ended up driving here and just walking up to the front door and asking them if they were hiring.
We had a co-op student last winter from Strathroy High School, and that went really well. That is something that is still available in the future when there's someone that's interested in being a part of the co-op program. We definitely are open to someone who doesn't have experience ahead of time. We're more interested in people that have a really positive attitude, that work well as a team member. A lot of the jobs are shared between people together. So someone who communicates well, has a positive attitude, is conscientious, trustworthy and honest, sincere. Right now we have a great group of people that are all getting along really well.
I think as an employee, I bring dependability. I think I socialize or work well with a team. I'm a good team player, and I take initiative when initiative needs to be taken. I love my coworkers. I think they're great people, so they make the job fun. I also love watching the plants just grow from seed to like germination into like the full-grown plant, and then walking into the greenhouse and seeing like all the beautiful colors is really rewarding. I had always been around plants like pretty much my whole childhood. My mom actually did it for a living for, I want to say like 25 years. She worked at like a wholesale nursery. Plants kind of comes natural to me. In high school, I was definitely a quiet, shy kid. I thought I'd be in college right now for vet tech or something vet related, and possibly working in a vet clinic part-time. I have definitely had a lot of opportunities. I am very surprised at the amount. When I took care of the first greenhouse, that was a lot of people managing. You got to make sure that people are taking care of the plants, or taking them out, or moving them on time, or making sure it's get moved to the right location. Trying to make sure the greenhouse is running smoothly was definitely a big growth for me. One thing I wish I had known in high school was to definitely not rush. Even though teachers tell you like you have to know what you're gonna do for a career, for me especially, I rushed it. I went to college, I accepted something I shouldn't have accepted. Even though I did my experience at a vet clinic and I knew it wasn't right for me, I kind of just kept pushing myself to be like, it's fine, it's fine. So definitely take your time and go experience your workplace, and if you're not comfortable, then you have to find something that you're comfortable with, because it's not the right career for you then.
Well, thank you to the team at Sligers. My goodness, the advice that comes out of young mouths. I really hope that those watching these videos take away the advice that's been shared, because, just to know that don't rush. You've got a whole lifetime to figure this out. And who knew these jobs even existed here in Middlesex, and so much opportunity. So thanks to the team at Sligers. Next, I'm proud to introduce the team from Jailbird Designs, and I'm happy to say I have a number of t-shirts from Jailbird.
My name is Joe Armour. I'm the production manager at Jailbird Design. I oversee the quality control and employees throughout the building. We do screen printing, embroidery, and graphic design for souvenir and custom companies. The jobs vary depending on what they're requesting, but typically it goes from our sales team to our graphic design team to our production team. A place like Jailbird Design gives the opportunity for people who are interested in graphic design or have an artistic background.
My name is Edward Willems, and I'm a screen printer at Jailbird Designs. I went to the University of Guelph where I was in art. I was a studio art major. I got to do a little screen printing on paper, got to do my own drawings, and I enjoyed that so much. I was like, I want to be able to do this and also get paid for it if possible. I'm a big fan of the computer aspect of art, graphic design, and a little bit of making animations as well.
Jailbird Design has 20 to 25 employees depending on the time of year. We ramp up during the summer due to the souvenir. We do a co-op program throughout the winter, and a lot of the co-op students are hired through the summer. We hire people in logistics and quality control, and we also have graphic designers and screen printers.
I'm Lauren Rumboats, and I'm a co-op student at Jailbird Designs. I do quality control. When the t-shirts or the sweaters comes off the dryer, I make sure it's correct and that everything that's on the order sheet is there. So I worked here in the summer, and I worked at their kiosk that they had in the Lambton Mall the past 3 years. I feel like I bring extra help out in the back because right now we only have 2 other girls that fold. I feel like I'm just a big help, especially when we're busy.
Typically the people who like to work here are either people who are interested in graphic designing or want to run a machine in the industry, somebody who has creativity, attention to detail. The employees that we're looking for are people who like to work in a team environment. In certain areas it's creativity if they're in the graphic design area, quality control if they're in our production area.
They're almost all customer designs that are given to me. I've been trained in a lot of the trickier machines that I think a lot of people don't gravitate towards. It's a lot of fun to just be the specialist, as it were. I was definitely the very quiet kid, and I was the smart in public school, suddenly not so smart in high school kid. You gotta figure out what you can do and what you're good at, and that became art for me, so I was just quietly drawing while everything else was happening around me.
I also run my own business with my dad. My dad's a beekeeper. We have candles and honey and everything. I'm actually wearing one of the shirts right now. It says "Be Kind," so I've been selling those. We just started making hats, so I make them here and then I sell them at our honey shop. We actually just got our products into a store in Petrolia, and I brought my sweaters and my hats there as well. Ever since I started in my co-op, that's when I started selling my Be Kind sweaters and my Be Kind hats. And I bet if I did not do my co-op here, I probably wouldn't have got into that, just because I wouldn't have seen what I could do with them.
Well, thank you, Jailbird Designs, for that. And I think everybody noticed at the beginning of the video, the Middlesex strong masks. And I have to say, they're the best masks out there. So we certainly appreciate being able to partner with Jailbird on that. Last but not least, I'm proud to introduce Greenway Repairs.
My name is Luke Bullock and I'm the manager of Greenway Repair. We run a commercial truck repair shop just outside of Park Hill. So we do annual safeties, services, running repairs, service calls. We work on a lot of end dumps, a lot of agricultural equipment on the trucking side, like fertilizer tender units. Generally overlook, make sure everything's kind of going smoothly, give the guys a hand, kind of hand out the tasks. If one of the guys has a heavier task, I will go and give them a hand just to make sure everything flows properly. Greenway Repair employs 3 employees full-time. We hire 310T truck technicians and apprentices. We do a very broad range. You got to be open to do anything on a commercial vehicle.
My name is Richard Kelly and I am a trucking coach technician apprentice. On any given day, I could be doing a service on a truck or a trailer, could be helping with an annual safety inspections, helping with repairs or doing repairs. In this job, I've worked on so many different things. You can be working on a 1980 Peterbilt up to a brand new one. So many different opportunities to learn from all that. I think I followed my father's footsteps a little because he is a owner-operator truck driver and he pushed me away from actually driving truck and more into fixing them.
My name is Nolan Glassman and I'm the lead technician at Greenway Repair. As a lead technician, I overlook all of the main repairs going on in the shop, whether it's training our apprentice or going at more of the advanced repairs that can be done on a truck or a trailer. I love the feeling of having something very difficult to repair and the feeling of repairing it after, or fabricating, or starting from scratch on something and making it your own, that it works.
I feel like I'm willing to learn because in this trade, till the day you retire, you're always going to be learning something. Doesn't matter if it's new or old. Every single truck is different in some way.
When I hired Richard, I was looking for somebody that showed up with some competency, that was looking to start a career as being a mechanic and was excited about it. We are definitely open to training people. Definitely a good asset to have, say, a co-op in high school or be started into an apprenticeship, but we are definitely not against training people to come and work for us. Everybody has to have a shot to start and learn how to get rolling in this trade.
I like to give people the way that I like to do things, and then from there let them explore their own way of fixing. Everyone has their own way of learning. Everybody has their own thought process on how to repair something, how to diagnose. There's so many different ways something can be fixed.
I actually took Fanshawe College's Motive Power Technician Diesel program, and that really introduced me into the trade. I did a different route than everybody else. When you take a regular apprenticeship, you'll be hired on with a shop and you'll work in the shop, and then the ministry will send you to schooling every so often until you complete all the levels, and then you'll write your test. So I did my schooling first instead of finding work first. In high school, I was a really shy person, I think. I always liked working with my hands. I never liked sitting at a desk for more than 5 minutes. I get really antsy. I didn't enjoy any math or English, science, history. I was more into the shop classes or gym. After high school, I planned to go to college to actually take police foundations and then pursue some career in law enforcement.
I left high school thinking I was going to be an electrician. I started an apprenticeship, it didn't work out, and I ended up going to school to be a mechanic. Always be open to trying something new. Normally, if you're in one trade, you can bring your skills over to another.
I think I wish I was introduced more into the trades in high school. There's millions of options that you can do. You can go to college for that trade. You can go try and find work straight away out of high school for that trade. Just depends what you feel is best.
Apprenticeships are important. It gets people the opportunity to get into the workplace. Usually somebody that's kind of going into these trades is a hands-on person that do not do well sitting in class full time. So it gives you the opportunity to work as well as go to school.
You always learn in this trade, constantly. I've been in the trade for 6 years now and have learned every single day.
Well, thank you so much for that and sharing your story, Greenway Repairs. As I say, it's been a great morning in learning about all the businesses and employment opportunities that are available in Middlesex County. At this time, I'd like to hand over the mic to Kara Finn, our Economic Development Officer for Middlesex County.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kara Finn. I'm Director of Economic Development for Middlesex County and co-chair of the Workforce Development Partnership, along with my colleague, Cindy Howard. Thank you so much for joining us today for the launch of our Pathways to Employment Success video series. Middlesex County offers a vast array of career opportunity. Businesses across the county are looking to hire, and we are excited to strengthen the local economy by encouraging people to consider the broad range of employment pathways available here. The video shown, as well as a compilation video showcasing all 6, are accessible to you in a few different places now. These include our partnership website, workinmiddlesex.ca, our economic development website at investinmiddlesex.ca, and on a website familiar to those from our school boards, EdgeFactor, at edgefactor.com/Middlesex County, Ontario. And please note, you do not need a membership to EdgeFactor in order to view. In addition to the videos, you can also find county demographics, a link to our Middlesex County job board, and all of our contact information on these sites should you have any questions or be seeking additional resources about workforce here. Thank you once again to all of the local employers who opened their doors to this project, and to all of the participants for allowing us to share their stories of finding employment in Middlesex County. We certainly appreciate your openness and sharing tips and guidance for others who are currently navigating a career path at this time. And thank you to the province of Ontario and Middlesex County for their generous funding contributions, as well as our project partners, Thames Valley District School Board, London Catholic District School Board, Community Employment Choices, the Employment Sector Council, Community Futures Middlesex, OFA, OMAFRA, and Sarah Fonger from Through Pines Media for making Middlesex County's pathway to employment success possible. If you have any questions about the project, please feel free to contact info@investinmiddlesex.ca. A recording of today's event will be emailed to all attendees for sharing. Thank you for joining us.